how do we make these positive commands negative? So, por ejemplo, we have from the verbo hablar, we say that the positive is habla. How's the negative? How do we say to somebody not to talk, not to speak? So, of course, we have to have a no. But now, it's not going to be as simple as writing hablas. Habla, habla. No habla, no. You know, it's going to change to S. Okay? So it will be habla, no hables. Comer. Positive is come, negative is no comas. And then imprimir is imprime here. Now it's going to change to no imprimas. Okay? No imprimas. So what do you think is the rule? So if you have an AR verb, now you're going to write what? ES. If you have ER or IR verb, you're going to end it with AS. Good job. Now, how about this one? How about these negative ones? How do we make those, these irregular ones? How do we make these irregular negative? So, por ejemplo, el verbo decir. Decir in positive is di. How is it in negative? Is it as simple as just following this rule? Well, no, it's not as simple as that. Okay? So this is what I need you to do with these verbs in a specific. Okay? We're going to write all of them in the yo form. So yo decir is yo digo. Yo hacer is yo hago. Ir, we're going to leave it because ir is also irregular in the past. Poner will be yo pongo. Salir is yo salgo. Okay? Ser, we're going to leave it because that one is also irregular. Tener is yo tengo. And then venir is yo vengo. So why is it that this part is important? Because what we're doing is we're taking from the verb, we're taking this part of it. Ag, pog, sag, tek, bek. And as you can see, all these verbs, these irregulars, their majority though, and their majority, they are go forms in the yo form. So they kind of have that pattern. So you're gonna take that, you put it here, and if you notice, this is an IR verb. So, and we say that IR, and they're going to end with AS. So you put it like that. So the negative is going to be no digas. And then, por ejemplo, hacer, as you saw, is as, but here is going to be no gas. How about poner? How is going to be poner? So poner is pon, but now it's going to be no pon gas. You see that? Salir is going to be sal, but then the negative is going to be no sal gas. Okay? And the same with tener and venir. Okay? So you tell to somebody, hey, por favor, sal de la clase. You have to be really mad to say that. Okay? See? Sal de la clase. This means to get out. Okay? But then you want that person to know get out, not to get out. See? So you say to the person, por favor, no salgas. Juan, sal de la clase. Juan, no salgas de la casa. See? That is actually something that they're telling us to do right now. Por favor, no salgas de la casa. Don't leave your home. We want you indoors, right? That is something that's very common, something that they're telling us to do right now. No salgas de la casa. Okay? Now let me give you another example using these words together. Por ejemplo, you told Juan, por favor, háblame. Háblame. So this will be the positive, as you can see, háblame. How do we make it negative? It will be as simple as saying, Juan, no háblame, no háblesme, because as we saw, habla goes to hables. So, do you think it's as simple as just that? Well, no. So what we do is this. So we put no. This word goes after the no, before the verb, and then we say, no me hables. Juan, háblame. Juan, no me hables. So you're really mad with Juan. So you say, Juan, no me hables. Don't talk to me. Por ejemplo, this one. Dime. Dime. Tell me. Dime. How do we make it negative? Follow this idea. Right here. And I have it right here. So what would it be? No me digas. No me digas. Okay? Let's do one more that is more complicated. How about this one? Póntelos. Try it first. So it will be no te los pon. How is pon? Pon, the negative is what? See? No te los pongas. Okay? You see that? So you have in Espanol, it isn't, when you have these pronouns together, it's not as simple as putting the no. What you have to do is to separate the pronouns, and then that is how you make it negative. So, háblame, no me hables, dime, no me digas, póntelos, no te los pongas. Is that making sense? Yes? Okay. Remember that you can email me if you have any questions about this video. Just email me anytime and then we can talk about it. All right? Okay. One more thing with commands. Okay? So, in pretérito, if you remember, in pretérito, we talk about these verbs. We talk about verbs like sacar. We talk about verbs like llegar. And I'm going to give you another verb, comenzar, which means to start. Sacar, take out, llegar, to arrive, comenzar, to start. Okay? And if you remember, for the first person, don't get confused here. This is just, so we're going back to pretérito. For the first person, if you remember, these verbs conjugated in certain way. See? So, for instance, sacar, change it to saqué, right? For this one, in the yo form, for the yo. Llegar, change it to llegué, right? And comenzar, change it to comencé. Remember the changes? C to QU, G to GU, and the Z to C. Okay? So that is pretérito. This is pretérito again. Pretérito. This is review. Okay? Pretérito. Now, let's use this knowledge that we have to talk about something else. Something that pertains to what we're doing right now. So let's use those same verbs. Sacar, llegar, comenzar. Okay? So what happens here? What's going on here? So how do I make a positive command using sacar? So you just follow the third rule. The third person is the third conjugation to make it positive, right? So you say saca. Take out the trash. Saca la basura. Arrive early. Por favor, llega temprano. Now, for this one though, it's not as simple as comienza. It is what? Comienza. Because when we do the third person conjugation, and that is something important, if you remember, we have the boot verbs. Okay, so it's always going to have a stem change. So for instance, for a verb like pedir, it's going to change to pide. For a verb like dormir, it's going to change to duerme. See? Pide papas, order potato, or order fries. See? Duerme temprano, sleep early. Okay? So we're gonna do the same stem changes. So this one is going to be the same. Comienza. Now, this knowledge, we're gonna use it for the negatives. Okay? So, for the negatives on these ones, that C is going to change to QU the same way that we did it here. So it's going to be saques. So saca, no saques. Because if we maintain that, then with the E, changes sounds like S. And we want that to sound like K. Okay? No llegues. Okay? So you have saques and then llegues. And then for this one is going to be no. There's two things here going on now. We have a stem change and we have the se. Okay, so as we did before, now we're doing it with commands. We don't have tildes. See, as you can see, we don't have any tildes, but now we're maintaining the stem change because we're technically using still that form. Okay, here. So comienza. Comienza, no comiences, llega. Llegar, llega, no llegues. Sacar, saca, no saques. Okay. All right. To finish this video, I just want to give you the answers to this paper.